This is the introduction to the self-care or soothing touch exercise. When we feel stressed or anxious, that our defense barriers are up, our body's threat system will have become activated by the perception of a threat and a subsequent stress response. Whether the perceived threat is triggered by a physical threat or an internal sense of threat, or things or ourselves as not being okay, something's wrong with me, for example, the threat system again can be switched on, triggering us either to respond with a fight response. We might be fighting ourselves with self-criticism, or our response might be to flee, to withdraw and isolate ourselves. Or alternatively, our response might be to freeze and become trapped in this cycle of rumination, going over and over what happened. Self-care, kindness, self-compassion are the opposite of self-criticism and help to down-regulate the threat system, waking up the caregiving system, enabling us to return to the present and to the ability to connect with ourselves and eventually to reconnect with others. It's worth noting here that different physical gestures can evoke different emotional responses in different people. So before you go into the guided exercise, just consider experimenting with what physical gesture works for you to find a manner of physical touch that you find genuinely caring and supportive. So some examples might be placing one hand over your heart or two hands over your heart, gently stroking your arm, cupping your hand over a fist over your heart, maybe one hand on your cheek, or cradling your face in your hands, crossing your arms and giving yourself a gentle hug. So there may be other examples of caring touch that resonate for you and mean something. So just choosing what works for you before you then go into the self-care guided exercise.